sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. So, good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Shreyas E-Learning Academy, we welcome you all in this our third session of Run in GP series. In our today's session, our guest speaker is Dr. Rishikesh Nagvekar, sir. Dr. Rishikesh Nagvekar has completed his BMS from KG Mittal Ayurved College and has completed MS from YMT Ayurvedic Medical College and Hospital in Kharghar. Sir has a special proficiency in piles, fissure, fistula related anorectal disorders and has operated more than 1,000 cases till now. He has been invited at various platforms, including as a co-chairperson at World Ayurved Congress, Gujarat. He has presented many scientific papers in national and international seminars till now. He is also co-author of research paper on the use of nutraceuticals in Ayurveda in USRP International Research Journal. We are also glad to mention that he was one of the team members who has been registered for the Guinness Book of World Record for performing the highest number of anorectal surgeries in YMT Hospital Kharghar in year 2012. He is currently director and a consulting surgeon at Orthoved Hospital Dombivli, which is the first Ayurvedic hospital in Thane. So without taking much of his time, I will request Dr. Rishikesh Nagvekar sir to please begin his session. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Amit sir, for your kind words. Hello, everyone, and good afternoon on this Sunday afternoon. I hope everyone must have completed their lunch, which is generally a delicious one on Sundays, and it is a very difficult part to hear an online lecture of 1 hour after a proper lunch of a Sunday afternoon. But yes, welcome all. I would like to congratulate the initial speakers and wish a best of luck for the speakers who will come next in our series. A very different kind of series, untouched subject called Brana, which comes to in our OPD many of the times, and uh, there are ways of treating this Brana or wound in specific manners. Over the period of the series, you will be listening from different treatment modalities, from different speakers, and their approach towards treating the brand. As in the first lecture, also Dr. Pankaj Burman sir definitely treated the brand in a very precise manner. So whenever we go about a subject or whenever we approach a surgical case, because I am a student of Shalya department, I would like to elaborate that in this science or this part where vrana is involved, where wound is involved, there are specific directions to see at the wound. There are specific measures which has to be followed pre, intra, and post operative management of that particular wound or vrana, and hence some protocols have to be designed or followed by the physician or the surgeon who is actually treating the wound. So rather than going all the treatment modalities as all the speakers are going to do, I would like to go into the insights of what exactly has to be seen in a case of Vrana, or how exactly we are going to approach a case of Vrana or wound and its definitive management. Whenever we try to operate a patient in an operation theater, there is a systemic set of protocols, that is systemic order of protocols, like arrangement of trolley, arrangement of patient, arrangement of the equipments that will be needed while the treatment of this specific disease, and this has to be done in a very synchronized manner. So whenever a patient comes in your OPD with a vrand, may it be a sadhya vrand, may it be a dushta vrand, may it be a sankramak vrand, may it be a kshayaja vrand, may it be a non-healing wound, may it be a non-healing ulcer, the treatment or the approach towards these different kinds of wounds changes with patient, changes with the design or the the things that are noted in the wound as well. So we'll go what a vrand is all about. This is a common definition which you will find in the Ayurvedic classics. Vranayati iti vrana. व्रणयति वैवर्ण्यम करोति, यानी किसी भी जगह पे कोई भी व्रण होने के बाद उसकी पूरी ट्रीटमेंट होने के बाद भी जो वैवर्ण्य बच जाता है, जो वैवर्ण्य तैयार करता है, जो डिस्कलरेशन तैयार करता है और which leaves a permanent scar mark on the body or on the skin where the site of the wound is a vranaya. Hence, it is called as vrana because it gives a definitive discoloration to the wound. Hence, during the management of wound, we have to see the management of the scar tissue as well, which will be a remnant of the healed wound that you are treating. And hence, Vaikrutapaham, in the last part of Ranashov management, which is given Vaikrutapaham, that is the definitive treatment of the scars which has to be done so as the color matches the normal color of the patient. व्रण गात्र विचूर्णने वृणोति आच्छादयति इति व्रण, यानी अलग अलग जगहों पे अलग अलग साइड्स पे बॉडी पे जहां जहां व्रण होते हैं वहां पे गात्र विचूर्णन मतलब देयर विल बी अ डेफिनेटिव डिस्क्रिप्शन और डिसकंटिन्यूएशन ऑफ टिश्यूज इन्वॉल्व्ड बीनीथ द वुंड. तो जहां जहां पे गात्र विचूर्णन मतलब वहां पे अवयव का भी गात्र विचूर्णन हो सकता है, वहां पे स्किन का भी विचूर्णन हो सकता है, वहां पे टिश्यू का विचूर्णन हो सकता है. ऐसे अलग अलग चीजों से कोई भी व्रण जिसमें डिसकंटिन्यूटी इन द नॉर्मल एनाटॉमिकल स्ट्रक्चर caused is nothing but a vrana. वृणोति यस्मात् रूढेपि व्रणवस्तु न नश्यति आदेह धारणात् तस्मात् व्रण इत्युच्यते बुधैः, यानी व्रण निर्माण होने के बाद उसमें जो व्रण वस्तुएं कही गई है, त्वचा, सिरा, यह 8 व्रण वस्तुएं जो कही गई है, उन व्रण वस्तुओं का नाश कभी भी व्रण नहीं करता, किंतु वह स्कार स्वरूप में या व्रण मार्ग के स्वरूप में हमेशा शरीर के ऊपर रहता है और इसीलिए उसे व्रण कहा जाता है. So basically the wound is a type of physical trauma whereby the integrity of the skin or any tissue is compromised. It is nothing but discontinuity of the skin. Look, skin, mucous membrane or tissue caused by physical, chemical or biological insult. इसी प्रकार से वह व्रण एक तो शारीरिक व्रण है या आगंतुक व्रण है, इसमें हम क्लासिफाई कर सकते हैं. शारीरिक व्रण ये शरीर दोषों की दृष्टि से होने वाला व्रण होता है और आगंतुक व्रण यह आघातज, अभिसंगज ऐसे अलग अलग प्रकार का होता है. So it is basically a chemical, physical or biological insult which results in the separation of the skin mucous membrane or the tissues underlying the wound. Type of the injury. There are 2 types of injuries which can be which occurs in a wound. The first one is a torn cut or punctured wound और the second one is a blunt force or contusion. Likewise हमारे शास्त्र में 6 प्रकार के व्रण कहे गए हैं जिसका डिस्क्रिप्शन हम आगे करेंगे. So any discontinuity, what we have to do, what we have to understand is this discontinuity has to be approximated again and this there should be continuation in the skin. यही हमें देखना है कि वुंड की ट्रीटमेंट में वुंड भरने के बाद यह डिसकंटिन्यूटी पूरी तरह से बंद हो चुकी है अप्रोक्सीमेशन प्रॉपर हो चुका है, तो उसके ऊपर प्रॉपर स्किन लेयर आ चुका है और वुंड डेहिशंस के कोई साइंस हमें दिखाई नहीं देते। यह 6 प्रकार के व्रण शास्त्रों में कहे गए हैं। छिन्न, इंसाइज्ड वुंड्स, भिन्न, that is connected with cavities, विद्ध, which is a punctured wound, शत यानी स्टैब वुंड, पिच्चित यानी कंट्यूजन और घृष्ट यानी एब्रेशन। यह 6 प्रकार के व्रण हमें हमेशा हमारे प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ में या ओपीडी लाइफ में हमें पेशेंट्स के ऊपर दिखाई देते हैं। व्रण के प्रकार हम सभी को जानते हैं, मैं इसमें डीप में नहीं जाता। निज व्रण 16 प्रकार के होते हैं, 15 दोषज व्रण होते हैं, एक शुद्ध व्रण होता है, आगंतुज व्रण होते हैं। जैसे मैंने कहा था कि पहले शारीरिक व्रण होंगे जिसमें निज यह 16 प्रकार के होंगे, और आगंतुज व्रण यानी बाहर के आघात, प्रहार, दंड, अग्नि, क्षार इत्यादि शल्यों से होने वाला व्रण, यह आगंतुज व्रण कहलाता है। Why do you have to do this classification? Because the treatment protocols will change according to the type of the wound. If you go modern wise, this is very important to see. Clean wounds is a surgical incision. Surgical incision is हमेशा, जैसे मैंने कहा था कि शुद्ध और दुष्ट ऐसे व्रण होते हैं, तो surgical incision is always a शुद्ध व्रण in the first place. If it gets infected by a secondary infection ahead, then it gets converted into a dushta व्रण. But every wound, if it is aghataj, is generally first a clean wound या शुद्ध व्रण. Clean wounds, contaminated wounds, that is accidental. Organisms are generally present in all the accidental wounds. Foreign bodies may be lodged in these wounds as well. Infected wound, यानी pathognomic organisms, यानी these wounds are laden with many microorganisms which may lead to difficulty in treating the wounds as well. Colonized wounds are generally wounds which are common in general debility of the patients, or the patients who are bedridden, patients who are stuck to their bed and are immobilized due to some medical condition, wherein bed sores and many other types of deep ulcerating wounds are created on the depending parts of the body of the patient, and these are generally colonized wounds which are ample with pathogenic organisms, which are bound with various pathogenic organism matrix and very difficult to treat. These are generally concised to the muscle layer, and some are all went to the bones as well. So clean wounds, contaminated wounds, infected wounds and colonized wounds are the types of wounds which you will come across. Now, two types, open wounds and closed wounds. In the open wounds, first one is a incised wound. Anything which is caused by sharp edged objects like a pin, like a knife, like a sword, like anything which has a sharp edge may cause an incised wound. In an incised wound, the edges of the wound are generally clear cut. In a lacerated wound, the edges are not clear cut. They are irregular tears caused by these sharp objects. Abrasions, that is sliding injury due to friction. Avulsions, structures departing from the normal point of insertion. These are different types of wounds which require a different types of management as well. Punctured wounds, that is stab-like wounds, are generally punctured wounds. Penetration wounds, the wounds which have an entry and exit point, which are generally common in deep stab wounds, or you have seen many wounds done with a criminal intention in mind, are generally a penetration wound. A gunshot injury is also a penetration wound which has generally a inside and outside point, that is a entry point and exit point. Gunshot wound, through and through wound, is also a classification of open wounds. Closed wound There are many patients who come with a hematoma. Hematoma is very common with a blunt injury, say by a bamboo, by a stick, by a fall. It could be a ecchymosis or the formation of hematoma, that is collection of vessels and due to the oozing of blood from the veins where the injury has been done, and this forms a hard painful hematoma and which may be visible as a purple or bluish discoloration on the skin. This is a closed wound, very common in cases of fractures, very common in cases of fall, very common in cases of blunt injury, as I just mentioned. So purpura, ecchymosis, petke, contusion are some of the examples of hematoma which can be seen in many patients which come across. Crush injuries and pressure wounds are also important types of closed wounds. संक्रामक व्याधियों के कारण होने वाले व्रण भी बहुत आजकल मिलते हैं, and in these venous ulcers and diabetic wound form a major part of wounds that come across after the age of 40 to 45. Patients suffering with diabetes, patients suffering with varicose veins are prone to these sankramak vyadhi vrana. They contribute to Shayaj Vran, that is cold tubercular abscesses, Firangal, that is syphilitic hard canker ulcers, are also very difficult Vrana to treat. Puya Mehaj, that is gonorrheal ulcers, Kushtaj, leprotic ulcers, malignant ulcers, venous ulcers, diabetic wounds. These are a different set of wounds that have come across, and the severity of the wound depends on the severity of the infection, and if the infection is more, the treatment protocol is also versatile, and hence there has to be a special attention which has to be shown to this kind of wounds so as to treat them properly. तीरश्छिन्न रुजुर्वापि यो व्रणश्चायतो भवेत् गात्रस्य पातनम चापि छिन्नम इत्युपदिश्यते. अगर आप देखेंगे इसमें, जैसे मैंने इंसाइज वुंड के बारे में कहा था, इंसाइज वुंड इज नथिंग बट अ छिन्न व्रण. इट इज तिरश्चिन्न रुजुर्व्यापी, यानी तिरछा या सीधा कट. इफ यू आर एबल टू सी द इमेज, see the edges are very clean. There is no lateral cuts on the wound as it is common in a laceration. Clean cut edges. There is a starting point and there is a end point which is also clearly demarcated. Generally, bleeding vessels are accompanied with this kind of wound. There is profuse bleeding. There will be pain. There will be everted edges. The edges of the wound will be everted from outside. They will not be inverted, which is common in a chinna vrana. This differentiates it from a bhinna vrana where the edges could be inverted. So tiraschin rujurvapi yo vranascha ayato bhavet gatrasya patanam. Wherever an incised wound is created, there will be loss of tissue, there will be loss of muscle. There could be a clear cut incision on the muscle as deep as a bone as well. Specifically, these are very painful and bleeding wounds which need approximation or Sivan Vidhi, which is to be performed as per the protocol. Bhinna Vran. As you can see in the picture, Kunta Shakti Rushti Kadgagra Vishanadibhi Hatak Kinchit Sravet Taddi Bhinna Lakshana Muchade. It is nothing but a contused, lacerated wound. Irregular edges. There could be involvement of muscle, fat, tissues in a very abrupt manner. There will not a definite starting point and a end point to the complete wound. These wounds are generally big and very difficult to treat. If not treated in the first 3 to 4 days, then may get infected and require a secondary debridement of the edges so as to do a proper Sivan Vidhi which may cure the wounds. So a Bhinna Vran is a distorted Vran with irregular edges, painful and inverted edges as well. विद्धव्रण सूक्ष्मस्य शल्याभिहतम यदंगम तू आशयाद विना. विद्धव्रण और जब भी हम आगे देखेंगे शतव्रण में, तो इसमें डिफरेंस ऐसा होता है कि विद्धव्रण में स्टैब इंजुरी की तरह इंजुरी होती है, यानी एंट्री पॉइंट होती है वहां से, बट इट इज नॉट एसोसिएटेड विथ एनी कैविटी, as in a stab wound where generally the abdominal cavity or any other cavity which is located beneath the wound and which may be prone to infection. So it has an entry point, but it is not deep so as to injure any cavity beneath it. So it is a very सूक्ष्म व्रण, सूक्ष्मस्य शल्याभिहतम, सूक्ष्म शल्य से निर्माण होने वाला व्रण, और आशय विना यह व्रण होता है. इसके एजेस देखिए, उत्तुंडितम निर्गतम वा, मतलब बाहर के एजेस उभरे हुए रहते हैं, और एक क्रेटर के जैसे, गड्ढे के जैसे उसके इनर एजेस इन्वर्टेड रहते हैं. यह टिपिकल क्रेटर फॉर्मेशन का वुंड हमें अगर मिलता है तो दैट इज अ विद्ध व्रण associated with the typical history of the shalya or the instrument which has caused the wound. शतव्रण नाति चिन्हम नाति भिन्नम उभयोर लक्षणान्वितम विषमम व्रणम अंगे यत् तत्शतम तु अभिनिर्दिशेत. नाति चिन्हम यानी ये चिन्ह व्रण भी नहीं है, यानी दिस इज नॉट एन इंसाइज्ड वुंड, दिस इज नॉट एन एक्साइज्ड वुंड एज वेल. यह भिन्न व्रण भी, लेकिन ये दोनों की लक्षणों से उत्पन्न होने वाला. So it is basically a contused lacerated wound as we have seen in Bhinna Vran, but with definitive entry and exit points as well. यह विषम व्रण होता है, इसके एजेस क्लियर नहीं रहते, और इसको ट्रीट करने के लिए विशिष्ट सीवन विधि का उपयोग करना पड़ता है. पिच्चित व्रण, जैसे मैंने हिमेटोमा कहा था, these come under the characteristic of closed wounds. प्रहार पीडनाभ्याम तु यदंगम पुतुताम गतम शास्ति तत्पिच्चितम विद्यात मज्ज रक्त परिप्लुतम. अंदर के लेयर में, डर्मल एपिडर्मल लेयर में यह कंजेशन निर्माण हो जाता है. ब्लड वेसल्स के रप्चर के कारण वहां पे रक्त दुष्टि हो जाती है, रक्त संकलन हो जाता है, और वहां पे यह ब्लूइश या वॉयलेट कलर का डिस्कलरेशन हमें दिखाई देता है. प्रहार पीडनाभ्याम तु यदंगम यानी ब्लंट फोर्स से निर्माण हुआ यह पिच्चित व्रण होता है. रुष्ट व्रण विगतम तु अदंगम तु ही संघर्षात अन्यथा पिवा उषास्त्रावान्वितम तत्तु रुष्टम इत्युब्रियेषे. You will this is a very common injury generally associated with children falling, sliding due to friction, and then they will have this abrasion which will have ushastrav, that is the serous plasma discharge which will be seen over the layer of the abrasion. This is a distorted wound. There will not be clear edges. There may be infection due to the debris or soil particles, or wherever the patient has had a fall that has to be cleaned properly. It is a very easy wound to treat, not associated with deeper layers as seen in Chinna ya Bhinna Vran, and accordingly a simple treatment can be done in these cases. I am stressing on the part of this. This is a very common thing, but we need to understand the type of the wound we are treating so as the treatment protocol can be adjusted. So these are the simple symptoms of wound infection. शुद्ध व्रण अगर दुष्ट व्रण में कन्वर्ट हो चुका है और दुष्ट व्रण के यह लक्षण सब हमें दिखाई देते हैं. There may be fever, there may be generalized weakness, there may be drainage of pus, that is purulent discharge from the wound. There may be continual pain which is not subsided by general painkillers, redness around the wound, swelling around the wound, very common, यानी आरक्त वर्णता होती है, शोफ उत्पन्न होता है, वेदना रहती है, हॉट स्किन सराउंडिंग द वुंड, यानी वहां का टेम्परेचर थोड़ा सा बढ़ा हुआ दिखता है, एंड लॉस ऑफ फंक्शन एंड मूवमेंट ऑफ द अफेक्टेड पार्ट विच इज जनरली एसोसिएटेड विथ अ infected wound. So all these symptoms may be a set which are associated with a wound infection or a post-operative wound dehiscence as well. You have to take into account all these things and then work accordingly to treat the infection so as to do a proper wound management. यहाँ पे लोकल प्रोसीजर्स भी करनी है, सार्वदेहिक प्रोसीजर्स भी करनी है, इंजेस्टेबल मेडिसिन भी देना है. So a wound toileting is also very important part, as well as the proper erection which has to be done with ingestible medicines which could treat the underlying infection. तो व्रणों की परीक्षा व्रणाकृति आयताकार है या सीधे है, बिंदु प्रमाण है, व्रण का गंध, व्रण वस्तु, व्रण स्राव, व्रण वर्ण, व्रण वेदना, व्रण अवस्था, यह सभी चीजें आपको संहिताओं में मिल जाएगी. मैं इसके ऊपर ज्यादा टाइम नहीं देता. हम सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज जो इसमें है दैट इज व्रण अवस्था, इसके बारे में आज देखेंगे, जो कि ट्रीटमेंट प्रोटोकॉल के लिए बहुत ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट होता है, क्योंकि कोई भी व्रण आपके पास आने के बाद उसमें क्या चेंजेस आपको देखने हैं जिससे आपका व्रण दुष्ट से शुद्ध हो रहा है, आपका व्रण ठीक हो रहा है. द वुंड इज प्रॉपरली गेटिंग हील्ड and these have to be judged from vrana avastha only. Types of wound discharge also very important when we generally specialize in fistula cases where we operate a lot of fistulas where there are big wounds. Shar sutra is in place and there will be a continuous discharge from the operated wound, which a patient may feel that this is a pus discharge. So you should be able to tell the patient, no, there is a sanguineous discharge also which is associated with the wound, which is necessary for the wound to heal as well. So there is a serous discharge which is generally associated due to the serous flow of plasma which is common in abrasions. Sanguineous discharge is a fresh blood flow from a operated wound or from a shuddha vrana which is required for the treatment of the wound, which is a very good sign. Serosanguineous discharge is pink and it results to the damage in capillaries, and this type of discharge is dangerous as it indicates that the wound is infected. And of course, purulent discharge, which is common, which is nothing but pus discharge from the wound, which suggests that there is some microorganism which has infected the wound. These 5 things you have to see when you have to treat a wound. 5 P's: pink, painless, pointed, bleeds on pressure, and no pus discharge. These 5 P's should always be judged by the clinician who is treating the wound. What do we do in treating the wound? We try to develop a healthy granulation tissue over the surface of the wound, and जैसे जैसे ये wound अंदर से बाहर भरता जाएगा, यह ग्रैनुलेशन बढ़ता जाएगा और फिर उसके ऊपर स्कार टिश्यू या स्किन या स्कैब आना शुरू हो जाता है. उस हेल्दी ग्रैनुलेशन में यह 5 चीजें अगर होंगी तो ही वो ग्रैनुलेशन हेल्दी है. That is, the surface of the granulation should be pink. It should be painless. If a granulation tissue is causing pain, then it is overgranulated, which is also called as hypergranulation, which is also not required. In many of the cases of wound, we have seen a extra layer of granulation tissue getting increased on the normal layer of granulation, which causes pain, which causes discharge, which hampers the covering of skin or formation of skin over the wound, and the wound may take a longer period of time to heal. This granulation also has to be debrided. This is a unhealthy granulation. Hence, if the granulation is painful, heavy, extra, this granulation has to be removed. So it should be pink, it should be painless, it should be pointed. If you see properly, there will be these spikings on the granulation tissue. I will show you in the next slide what a spiking of the granulation tissue is. This has to be observed properly, and then commencement of the healthy granulation can form and the wound will heal properly. Bleeding on pressure in the wounds is a positive sign. Any wound will require a proper fresh blood flow to the tissues underlying it, or else if there is insufficiency of blood to the tissue at the place of the wound will not heal properly, which is common in venous ulcers, which is common in diabetic ulcers, and hence